everyone, BEYBLADE111 here for Blind Dragon Production, and today we're going to talk about EV training. And there are a lot of EV training guides on the web, and sorts of videos, and just like reading on websites. I encourage you to check those out, but they can often be confusing and leave the reader lost. So I'll try to answer some questions, tell you the basics, and give some good examples. EV training is a hidden part in game, along with effort values, which is what EV stands for. Most people, unless they plan to battle over Wi-Fi, don't ever EV train, and it is very time consuming, but the result is a spike or an increase in the Pokemon stats. Every Pokemon has 510 EV points in their life, with a maximum of 255 in an individual stat. For every 4 EVs in one stat, the Pokemon will gain a +1 boost for the particular stat at level 100. But this can vary according to nature, which I will discuss in other videos, or you can find around the web. When you hatch a Pokemon from an egg or catch one in the wild, it is a blank slate. It has 0 effort value points all the way around. None of its EVs are taken up. Okay, so here's the first example I'd give. Let's say you either caught a Starly at level 5 or hatched one from an egg. Either way, it is a blank slate. So you're deciding you're going to start EV training, and you're going to EV train it for attack. So you battle one wild Machop, you get 1 effort value point for attack. Then after a lot more training, you have defeated 252 wild Machops. Now with this, why 252 and not 255? Because 255 is not divisible by 4, which means that those 3 effort value points would be lost. So you only need to battle 252. So after some consideration, you decided to continue with your training. You're going to then EV for speed and HP, in which you battle Bidoof for HP. You would only need to battle 4, because that's how many points you would have left. And then you would battle 252 Starlies for max speed, and then that would add up to 508 or 508 effort value points, which is divisible by 4, leaving you 2 left over. After EV training that Starly, you're probably wondering if there's any way to speed up the process, and the answer is yes. And most of these are items that you can use or give to your Pokemon. The first one is the power items. You have the power weight, bracer, belt, lens, band, and anklet, each raising the effort values given to your Pokemon +4 in the respected stat each time you defeat a wild Pokemon. These are not my favorite items to use because they can often be hard to receive in the game, but they're very useful. Another thing you can use, if you do have to go the long way, you cannot find a Macho Brace, an item, or Pokerus, you can use vitamins, which add +10 effort value points every time you use one. But there is a 10 limit for each stat on each Pokemon, so this is not a cheat way out of EV training whatsoever. But probably one of my most favorite tools is the Macho Brace, and the Macho Brace doubles the amount of effort value given. And this, along with Pokerus, is a very vital tool, and this is what I do to EV train. So even though it does lower the Pokemon speed while it's holding the item, it does double all of the effort values given during this time. When this is paired with, like I said a minute ago, Pokerus, it is very versatile. Now, there are many videos on Pokerus, and I'm not going to go into detail, but all it is a virus that you only have a 3 in 65,536 chance to even find Pokerus on a wild Pokemon, most of which you will probably run from. But overall, Pokerus doubles the effort values given, while your Pokemon either has the purple, as you can see there, under its status, or it has the smiley face that is left after it's run out. The purple status means that it can be passed along and infect other Pokemon. The smiley face, while still doubling EVs, does not allow it to pass on to other Pokemon. So when this is paired, instead of gaining 1 HP effort value for defeating a Bidoof, you would gain 2, plus the Macho Brace you would gain 4, quickly speeding up the process. Time for the last example. If I were EV training a Magnemite, which would evolve into a Magnezone for competitive play, this is what I would do. So let's say I caught a level 15 Magnemite, not paying attention to IVs or nature. It is starting as a blank slate, so it has 510 effort values left to go. I gave it Pokerus by infecting it by keeping it in my party with a Pokemon that also has Pokerus, and I give it the item Macho Brace. From doing research online using Smoggin.com, which the link will be in the description below, I found out that Magnezone has a special attack stat maximum of 394 points, which is pretty good overall. And one of its most used competitive play is his Choice Scarf as a special sweeper. So as you see right there, by using Smoggin, it shows you exactly how to EV train it. So that's what I will do. To start things off, I'd want to have 4 HP, 252 effort value points in special attack, and 252 in speed. So using the effort value Pokemon list on Bulbapedia, I will find Pokemon around the area if I was playing something like Leaf Green or Fire Red that I could defeat easily and get effort value points. So from defeating a Psyduck, you get 1 special attack EV. So I would need to defeat only 63 Psyducks with Pokerus and Macho Brace. And since Poliwag give speed, I would only need to defeat 63 Poliwag and only 1 Slowpoke for HP. And there you have it, your finished Magnemite. From that point, you can fully raise it up and evolve it, and then you'll be done with your Magnemite and you're ready to use it for competitive play. Well, that pretty much wraps up this EV training guide, and EV training is very difficult, very time consuming, and is even harder to explain sometimes. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. I encourage you to watch other videos or read articles on EV training, Pokerus, or anything else I mentioned in this video that you're curious about. EV training is time consuming and not needed for in-game play, but it can really give your Pokemon an edge, especially for Wi-Fi battling. So if I were you, I'd start training right now. Really. Why are you still listening? Get to work, really. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.